So her dad has a sick, twisted sense of humor. But what happens when you combine that with hardcore railroading? Let's throw another log on the fire. Alright, so after my cousin's punishment, the leader of the Thieves Guild decided to give my cousin's characters another chance, and they would get kicked out of the guild for good if they fail. They simply had to do a hit. Easy enough. Who was the target? My character, of course. The guild leader gave them a special dagger this time that exploded with poison after being stabbed into someone. They were then sent off to kill me with it. If this wasn't already a bad enough decision as a DM, this is my dad we're talking about. So of course, he had to make it 10 times worse with his sick sense of humor. So they rode into town, staking out the inn that the party was staying at, waiting for their moment to strike. I had no intention of dying, so I wasn't going to go down without a fight. But all of a sudden, my dad said that my character got up and started to leave the inn. I argued because I don't like other people taking control of my character for me, but he said that my character had a very good reason to be compelled to leave the inn, and you'll see why in a moment. So they immediately noticed their opportunity as my character slipped out the back door of the inn. They stalked her as she walked around the building and then entered a much smaller shack-like structure. You can probably see where this is going. Once she was out of view, the younger thief, Cooper, pulled out the poison knife, leaping forward and kicking in the door, revealing my character, pants around her ankles, squatting on the toilet. Yes, my dad decided that my character was so compelled to leave the inn because she had to take a poop. The small structure was the outhouse. I wish my dad's weirdness ended there, but no. Cooper wasted no time as he plunged the dagger into my character's stomach. My dad grinned like a psychopath as he explained how my character moaned in pain, trying to stand up and pull up her pants. Then the dagger exploded with the poison, and my dad took great pleasure in describing how she pooped herself all over before letting out one last moan and falling over dead, pants still around her ankles. He couldn't stop grinning. I was very upset, but tried to make the best of the situation, reminding myself that she was far from my favorite character that I had made so far. I didn't even make her. I took her from the Shady Dragon Inn. So I just calmed myself down and started writing a new character. This was the only time my dad outright had my character killed like that, and I'm not 100% sure why. But maybe he was trying to further my cousin's character arc, or maybe he didn't like her that much either. Still, that's far from the point. Besides the most glaringly obvious problem, what kind of DM allows PvP like this? I am far more disturbed by my dad's decision to have my character die in an outhouse while pooping herself. It's not only gross, but it feels so wrong looking back on it. He genuinely seemed to enjoy the visualization, and I was only like 14 or 15. Okay, a lot of things don't make sense from time to time, but this one really didn't make sense. Her dad, aka the DM, practically killed her in a cutscene. I see no dice involved with any of this. That is some extreme and unnecessary railroading. Also, I find it weird that this dad has something in common with Bruce. But I'll leave it at that. What do you all think about this situation?